Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be testing out some new Colourpop. So I haven't tried Colourpop at all whatsoever. So this will be my first time trying a bunch of things. I have the new foundation, powder. I do have the infamous no filter concealer to try out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video and get started. Before we get started, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe if you aren't subscribed. And if you like my videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like these videos so I can continue to create more content for you guys, so I can reach the people of YouTube land. But without me rambling any further, again, like I said, let's get started. Alrighty, so let's start off with the foundation. So I picked up the foundation. This is the new Colourpop No Filter Foundation. It's $12. And what it claims to do, it claims to be more so of a matte finish and with buildable coverage. We'll see how much coverage it can build up to. And it also says that it's gonna really blur out any imperfections that you have. So I picked up the shade in Dark Deep 195. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this. And this is what the bottle comes in. It's like a nice cute little bottle right here. And you get, how much you get in here? You get 25 mils, 8.85 fluid ounces, so a little bit less than 1 ounce. So I have some on my little palette right here. So I'm just gonna take a MAC 170 brush and I'm just going to apply that on my face. So far with the 2 pumps that I did pump out, a little bit does go a long way. As far as this color goes, it is on the orangey side. It is a little bit, it's really warm, but we can make it work and balance out with the concealer that I got. So as you can tell, like, it is definitely a fuller, like, you can definitely like use a little bit, goes a long way. This is definitely a more of a full coverage foundation, so I really like that about it so far. I'm gonna finish blending this foundation out, just making sure I have everything all good, and then we're gonna move on to the concealer and try that out. Alright, so I did pick up the No Filter Concealer. This is my very first time trying it. I know it's very popular here on the social medias. I picked up the shade Dark 46. Really liking this concealer so far. So I really enjoy the concealer, so I definitely like this so far, but we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. So the very last thing that I purchased from Colourpop is the No Filter setting powder, and I picked up the color Banana. And I'm gonna use that to set my under eyes. Now, normally when I test products, I don't set them with anything. I kind of see how they wear on their own. But since this is kind of like part of the whole no filter collection, and this is my first time trying it, I'm going to use it today to set my concealer. So what I am going to do is I'm going to wear this throughout the morning. Currently it is 4:20 in the morning right now. Alright, so I'm gonna go jet and go to work, and I will come back and let you guys know my final thoughts. Alright guys, so I am finally home after a very long day of work. It's been about 8 hours or so since I have been at work. I went into work at about 4, and it is now almost 12 o'clock. So let's get into this Colourpop review, and I will let you guys know my thoughts about the pretty much most of the no filter line. So let's get one of the things that I didn't really care for out of the way. I didn't really care for the no filter setting powder. It's not bad. It definitely brightened my under eye a lot. So the next time that I try this, I'm definitely gonna go a little bit more light-handed with it because I was more so in a rush to get out the door and get into work, but I really wanted to get this review out to you guys. So this isn't my favorite thing out of the no filter line, but it did keep my concealer pretty matte in the areas that I placed it. So I'm very, very happy with that. I did touch up because it was very, very hot, very sweaty at my job this morning. So yeah, spending 8 or so hours in a very hot and humid climate work area was definitely let's just say that I was very shiny. And even though I was shiny, the foundation did hold up as far as coverage goes in that very hot situation that I was in. So I was very impressed with that. Before we get into the foundation, the concealer. The concealer is my favorite thing overall of everything that I like. It's my absolute favorite. I now understand the hype of this concealer. It's really good. It has a decent amount of coverage. It doesn't crease quickly whatsoever. It also, you know, it stays to a matte finish, and usually I like something a little bit more radiant in my under eye area, but I didn't mind this whatsoever. So I really enjoy this concealer, and I definitely say pick it up if you haven't already. So now onto the foundation. Overall, this foundation is not bad whatsoever. It's actually a pretty good foundation. Now on the website, it claims to be more of a matte finish, more natural matte finish, and I definitely agree with that. It's more so of a natural matte finish, which I personally like. I don't like something that's super matte. Also, it does claim to be buildable, and that is definitely true. When I initially put the foundation on, a little bit definitely goes a long way. Like, you only need maybe 1, maybe 2 or 3 pumps to get like super like full coverage, depending on depending on what you like. So for people who like the full beat glam, I definitely recommend it for that. And people who like something a little bit more subtle, I definitely recommend it for you too, because it does look very natural on the skin. So as far as the con, the only con that this foundation has, and it's not really a con on the foundation part, it's a con on my part, just because I don't necessarily like shopping online specifically for color products, like foundation products, things like that. So I was tossed up between 185, which is the one that's more warm golden undertone, and then I was stuck between 195, which was a neutral undertone that's slightly red. And it's definitely true. Like 195 is definitely more on the slightly red side, and that's why I picked 195, because if it did come off a little bit more on the red side, I can kind of balance it out with the concealer just to kind of even out my tone a little bit more, because usually when I get a foundation that's more of that golden undertone or claims to be warm, it is a little bit too light, and then I would have to kind of warm up my face a little bit more, kind of darken up the perimeter of my face just to kind of balance things out. So for me personally, that's why I chose 195, because I'd rather tone down some redness than I guess you could say like warm up or bronze up my skin. That's just personal preference. But yeah, overall, I really like the Colourpop product so far. Like I said, my favorite thing out of everything is the concealer. The concealer is really good. The foundation lasts a pretty long time, even though I did have to touch up. I did touch up with some Laura Mercier powder. So it definitely holds up, at least in a normal environment, not like a hot, super sweaty environment like I was in. Like I said, the only thing that I really was kind of like, I don't really care for is the loose banana powder that I have here. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this review of the Colourpop No Filter line of products. If you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps me reach the people of YouTube land. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed. And yeah, I will catch you guys later in another video.